So Ninja Kiwi recently buffed Blast the Populace the boss, and today I want to see how difficult it actually is. So in case you guys are not keeping up with the patch notes, recently what happened is Ninja Kiwi increased the speed of Blast the Populace, and the reason why they're doing this is basically because in one of the previous updates they actually reduced the stun time of Blast the Populace. So they're like, yep, this guy stuns everyone for less, so now let's give him a lot of extra speed. And actually the amount of speed that they gave him is 25% for the tier 5. Now this obviously is in addition to whatever modifiers you're playing in that specific run. So for example, for today we have a couple of interesting rules. With the boss health being at 150%, the speed at 150, which is obviously on top of the already buffed one, ability clone rate 200%, and then they buffed like 5 towers, the Megalodon, the VTSG, the Heli for some reason, and these two are bugged, but they're actually really nice towers versus Blast the Populace and bosses in general. So basically this boss seems to be kind of attacking us from multiple angles. I mean, it's the cooldowns, and it is the towers being banned, and he's a little bit faster, and the map is an intermediate one, so I don't exactly know how this thing is gonna go, but I'm just getting on with the farming. So they gave us a little bit of starting cash, $2,500, so we started with Ben, the free Dark Monkey. I'm gonna try and greed out as much as possible, and I think for the farming we're just gonna do kind of a Minneapolis, because I don't think we're gonna be going too hard actually. So Channel 23 in the farming is going pretty well so far. I'm gonna buy an NG like this. We're gonna buy our third marketplace around 23. Hopefully we don't leak too many lies on this one actually. Oh, that's gonna be really close. Yeah, I think we're gonna survive this just barely, but we have to be very careful. Yep, let's upgrade this NG by 11. Let's get the 003 going. This guy's obviously gonna become the Bloon Trap, and then here up top I want to have the Robert Gold Alchemist. So pretty standard stuff so far. Maybe something that you guys are noticing is the fact that we're playing on reverse mode, which is not something that you see too often. I think this might be helpful in the way that we're gonna defend the tier 1. I was thinking we either do the tag zone, or I have a crazy idea. We can use the top hat Desperado because the sniper is banned. Alright, so round 32, here's how everything is looking. I turn off the All-Star for a second so I can show you guys what's happening. So we have the Trap, we have the Robert Gold Alchemist making a decent amount of money, and I think it's time that we bought the Minneapolis. So I'm actually just gonna buy like, I guess like just 2 villages is gonna be fine. We sacrifice one small farm and then start buying up all these 0, 2, 3 farms in the range, and that should be fine for the tier 1 defense, whatever that thing is gonna be. Alright, how is it looking, guys? Round 39, we have a favorite chase boat, 6 marketplaces, and then a Minneapolis along with the Bloon Trap and the Robert Gold Alchemist. So the farming is going really well so far. Now the question is, how do we want to defend this guy? And I am actually gonna go for it. I want to try the Blazing Sun because I'm pretty sure if we buy the attack in the super wheel, that's something that you guys have seen like a million times. So let's actually try the Blazing Sun. The idea is that the elite defender is usually a great tower versus bosses. 65k HP. Okay, that's a lot. Hey, let's see if the Blazing Sun is actually going to be able to do this. He's kind of a mini elite defender the way that I look at this tower. So now that the elite defender is banned, can he actually do it? And if we can save our farms in the process, that's going to be even better. Let's actually make sure we buff him a little bit as well. How about I give him just like an alchemist like this, a 420 alchemist. Oh, some balloons are leaking actually in the backside. What do we do about these guys? Maybe this, maybe a 022 wizard. Okay, I don't like the spot for the wizard. I'm gonna sell it and I'm gonna rebuy it over here, and I feel like the AoE is gonna be able to reach here on the other side as well. We need a cow, by the way. I would have otherwise went for the 120. And how is the Blazing Sun doing? Is this actually like a viable tier 1 boss tower? I mean, the range is getting reduced by a lot. I'm super happy that we're not destroying our farming. I want to be honest. I'm just gonna keep buying these central markets, and eventually, you know, you guys know what we're going for. It's gonna be the Banana Central. Something that's not kind of cool is that this guy sets Bloons on fire, the Blazing Sun, after he gets like, I think it was like 50 attacks on the same target. And setting Blast of Obvious on fire is not a good idea because I think it's gonna charge the heat bar a little bit faster, and we have a little bit of an issue. It seems like Blasty is outside of the range of the Blazing Sun, but the damage is there. Look at this thing, halfway there. Okay, so I'm gonna sell the Blazing Sun, then make sure we have it in the range of the Alchemist again. This should be fine. So buy it up again like this, 520. I'm gonna give it just something like this, like a 300 village. I can't believe this thing, but this is actually working. I mean, he's being blocked by the rocks right now, so he cannot attack the boss, but as soon as the rocks are gone, just take a look at how much damage this guy actually does. I think we're looking at a viable alternative for bosses. Guys, look at our Blazing Sun. Look at what he's doing. Keep in mind, this is 150% health Blast the Populace. Absolutely wow. That was the last skull, so we're kind of playing everything fast forward. One of the things that you guys might be noticing is that it's round 49. Typically, we tend to pop the bosses a little bit faster, so this guy is not like the fastest pop, but again, the boss is a little bit beefier this time around, and also a lot faster because if you guys remember, we talked about the speed for a second, that the speed got buffed, and look at this thing. Look at where this guy's at. I mean, he has cross like almost, I want to say 60-70% of the track, but there we go, we actually do get it done. Okay, now that I think about this, the tier 1 speed wasn't modified, so this is just the normal speed that they gave it. It's 150%, so oh my god, that makes the later tiers a lot more dangerous. Actually, alright, so let's sell the Blazing Sun. That was a great showing from the Blazing Sun. I'm super happy about that one. Let's buy up the central markets, and in a second we're gonna have to sell them for the Banana Central, which is also gonna be somewhere around here. And I think this is gonna be around in which we can sell basically almost all of our farms and then just buy up the Banana Central. So I have it like this. Check the money. We need to sell one more. Let's make it this one here on the side. Buy up the Banana Central. I'm gonna get an overclock, and then you guys know how it goes. So it's gonna be basically spamming 420 farms up until the tier 2 boss arrives. Oh no, you guys know what? We're gonna need 2 overclocks because the ability cooldown rate is 200%, so there's not gonna be enough uptime on a single one. Alright, now that's an expensive investment. I guess we could go into the NG Paragon layer down the line, so I'm just gonna, I guess, keep buying up. I'm gonna buy one more 420 farm, and then I'm gonna stop because we're gonna need to defend the tier 2. Alright, so now in this tier, this is gonna be the first time that we actually get to see the new Blast the Populace. This guy is gonna be sped up a little bit, so I'm gonna try it with the Mad, because that's the way that we usually do things, but I am afraid that's gonna be kind of tough because look at the HP, 400k. I don't know about this one, guys. Let me use the ability, see how much damage it does. Okay, one ability takes out one skull, but there are like 7 of them, and the ability cooldown rate is at 200%. So what I'm saying is this is 100% not gonna be enough. Should we try it anyways? I think we should. Let's just kind of see how far we can make it. And we're also gonna have around 63, by the way, going out behind, so we need to think about that one as well. We can actually solve 63 by doing this, by buying the big trap, which is not exactly the best investment decision, I don't think, but I'm still gonna do it. Let's buy the big trap so we can solve, you know, these mid-game rounds. Alright, so let's pop this skull. We have the ability ready again, and I'm gonna dump it right now, and let's see if we can take out the Nara skull. Like, these rocks are being a little bit annoying for sure, and this boss is super fast. You can actually see that he's a lot faster than usual. Oh, wait a minute, that's a huge wave at the back. Okay, so here's how we're gonna stop it. Absolute 0 plus a boomerang. So we buy the Absolute 0 first because it's an instant ability. Freeze everyone, sell this guy, and then I'm gonna buy a 402 boomer, which is, no, he's stunned. No, Blasty, please attack them while they're stunned. Is this gonna be enough? Can we actually do it? I think we do clear it out. Yes. Oh my god, this boss is so annoying actually, and let me just keep upgrading these farms at the back. I mean, the Mad might have it, but it's again gonna be a very difficult pop. So this guy, you can definitely notice the speed, right? It's a little bit faster than usual. And the tier 5, keep in mind, tier 5 is gonna be 25% faster than the normal one, on top of the 150 modifier that we're playing with. Now, okay, Ninja Kiwi, I see where you guys are going with this. Look at this thing, route 67. It's gonna be about the same spot where the last one popped, if not even further. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this one bit. 1 HP bar left. The cooldowns are absolutely atrocious, but we're gonna get one more mad cooldown, and this should be able to finish this last HP bar of the boss. For some reason, we're not doing damage. I think the rock was blocking the ability, but there we go. We actually did get it done. So that is a very, very late pop. Look at this guy, 80% of the track or something. Yup, let's sell the Mad immediately. Let's reinvest all this cash because we have a long road ahead of us. Alright, so 7-9 on the field. A lot of things happened since the last time we spoke. So a bunch of farms. I know they might look like it, but there is actually no more space for farms on this map. So 2.5 million HP on this guy. He's very beefy. I was thinking we use the Apex Plasma Master for this one. Maybe put in a little bit of cash, maybe like just 100k plus. Did I buy the second Crossbow Master? I did. Okay, so let's just do 100k plus the second Crossbow Master plus all the small sacrificial ones. I want to have like a semi-decent degree. Oh, that's a 45. Okay, is this gonna hold, by the way? I hope it does, especially when he summons these rocks, which are gonna contain the dark projectiles, and it's gonna take basically a lot more damage as well. So starting from the next tier, I think is gonna be where we're gonna start buying up some more serious and some stronger towers. I do likely intend to sell this Dark Paragon. Now that I think about this, or do we keep it? It's a 45er. I think we can keep it actually. Just have it here for the tier 4, and then we're gonna see what we do for the tier 5. Yeah, this guy has the damage, but does he have the range is the question, because we're halfway there and his range gets reduced a little bit by Blast the Populace. So if Blasty escapes the range of the Dark Paragon, we're gonna have to wait for him to make the entire trip. But oh, we're getting a lot of, yes, look at this thing. The more rocks he summons, look at this thing. The projectiles are getting contained. He just got eaten up. This guy got destroyed by himself. because the rocks that he summoned and it contained all projectiles. That was crazy, the last 3 HP bars. Oh my god. I thought we were gonna have to wait for him to make the turn, but oh no, never mind. Alright, so let's just put a little bit more cash into these favorite trades boats. I want to get the Navark eventually, so might as well get the Mermonkey as well, the Lord of the Abyss, get this guy a little bit of extra range. Alright, there we go. So we've got like 15 boats, which I'm completely fine with, and then we're gonna buy the Navark because I want to get like a cheap boat, which is gonna be nice damage plus a little bit of extra attack speed buff for our Goliath, which is the Paragon that I want to use for the tier 5. Okay, so 99, I think the next Paragon we're going for is going to be the NG, so that it has 20-ish rounds to overclock itself, so it is going to do a lot of damage by itself, but we're also going to need the overclock because I think the majority of the damage buffs we're going to be going for are going to be on the Goliath. So let's buy the NG Paragon. We're going for a degree 40, and I'm not actually sure how much money we need to put into this thing. Let's start with $500,000 and see what we get. That's going to be a 42. Okay, I'm fine with that. I think we're going to keep it like that. We're going to save $1 million, and then we're also going to, I guess, make a bunch of cash by the time we reach 120, so that all the money is going to go into the Navark plus the Goliath, because I haven't forgotten. I basically didn't want to buy the Navark right now because I wanted to let these guys produce a little bit more cash so we get like a cheap-ish, you know, kind of a couple of degrees right on the Navark as well. Alright, so tier 4, what is the plan? An overclocked Dart Paragon? I guess it is going to have to be. So let me just keep placing these sentries. The engine by itself is not weak, by the way. You can also notice the speed for sure, right? I mean, this guy is flying through. Blast the Populous did not used to be this fast, and I think that we're gonna have enough damage to pop this guy. Basically, let me just have the sentry. This is a plasma sentry, so I'm not exactly sure. This is charging the heat bar pretty fast, isn't it? Oh my god, these cooldowns are getting reset so much that I actually cannot deploy the last sentry. Like, we only have 2 on the screen currently. Alright, so round 2, the boss is coming back. We should have enough damage, right? 3 skulls left, but it should be fine. I think the range of everyone is basically being reduced, so we're not going to be attacking by that much. But as long as this guy starts summoning the rocks, I think these dart projectiles are just going to own it. So wait for the dart to start attacking, and I'm going to use the Power Glove ability on it. It's not starting to attack. You did not see the boss or what? It's set on first. There we go. Okay, so use the Power Glove ability in the Dart Paragon, a degree 45 dart. That's ridiculous. I don't think I'm going to be touching these sentries again. So that's going to be a second. Oh, we actually triggered the heat bar. Alright, so this is kind of good because all these rocks that are going to get summoned, they're going to keep the dart projectiles in. And this guy, again, this is a super late pop, guys. I'm telling you, this boss is no joke. Like, this is actually one of the tiers that got very much buffed in its speed, and you can see that we're popping it like 80% of the track. Yep, definitely getting a lot trickier. So let's see how we're going to do versus the tier 5. 9 rounds left. I'm going to see you guys in a second. Alright, so 119, entering this one with about 3.2 million. So we're going to start things off by buying the Navark, which is going to be right here. So let's not put any money into this thing. The goal of this guy is just to buff the Goliath, but it's going to be, it's a 32. I'm fine with that. Now that's going to be kind of a cheap-ish damage, so I don't mind, you know, this guy one bit. So let's sell all the farms, see how much money we're going to end up with. That is about 3.5 million. So let's buy the tier 5 aces and all the sacrificial towers, and let's see what degree we're going to get on our Goliath. Alright, this is it, guys. Let's buy the Goliath, but leave a little bit of cash for these damage amplification towers. So something like, I guess this would suffice. And let's see what degree we get. That's a 56. Alright, buy the super barrel. We do not have the sniper available, so we cannot buy the cripple moab. And guys, I think this is about it. Let's have the NG overclock the Goliath. I'm going to hook this thing up to a tick bot. The NG itself is overclocked a decent amount, so it should do a lot of damage as well. And let's see how we can deal with this. Oh my god, that's 52 million HP. That's actually a beefy Blast of Populous, which is, so this is the guy that's moving at like max speed. So 25% more speed thanks to the Ninja Kiwi buffs, plus 150% with the modifier that we have today. How is everything going to work? The Dart is going to be scratching its back pretty much. I guess the Navark is going to be doing like a couple million damage as well. And then the majority of it is going to be left to the Goliath, which is overclocked, plus the NG Paragon, which is 42 if I remember correctly. Yeah, there we go. Something I don't expect is actually getting a lot of cooldowns and a lot of abilities off. So, you know, Blast the Populous stops your cooldowns, and I think he extends them by a little bit, but also we're playing at like 200% on the cooldowns as well. So we have still not gotten like one single Goliath ability yet. And we're about to pop our third skull, which is kind of insane. I mean, this is not like a slow ability at all. Oh my god, are we even gonna get like one Goliath ability? It's really trying, guys. Look at this thing. It's trying to go up, and then boom, we're gonna trigger a skull. The heat bar is gonna go up, and then what happens? No, it's back to full. No, this is so sad. Let's rebuy the super build and get like just like a cope, I don't know, plus 4 damage or whatever this thing is. Oh no, we're not gonna get out a single one, but the good news is that the overclock Goliath is still absolutely insane. And yeah, the overclock is going, it's not going as fast, obviously, it's not 100% uptime, but whenever it's online, like this guy does a lot of damage. So when we check the pops at the end, I feel like the Goliath is going to be the one carrying, but I'm curious to see how much damage the Navark and the NG have done actually, because we bought the Navark for this specific purpose. So last call, last HP bar, and yeah, we're gonna get the win, but this guy is popping really far at the end of the track basically. So this is the new fast Blast the Populace. Reminds me a little bit of FaZe, I'm gonna be honest, because FaZe does these 8% jumps and he jumps like 5 times or something like that. So he's gonna cover a certain percentage of the track whether you like it or not. And this guy just covers it not by jumps, but just by being like super fast, it seems like. So you're gonna need a lot of damage to deal with this guy now. Alright, so let's check the pops now. 35 million. Obviously this guy carried, but the boss had 55. So the other 20 million have been done by the other Paragons. So 11 on the NG and then 8.7 on this guy. Okay, that's really good. And then don't tell me the Dart actually did a lot of the damage. You know what? It might as well have, because the rocks are keeping the projectiles in. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.